Yo, what's up everyone? I hope you're having a blessed day. So in this video, I'm gonna go through my favorite concerts that I've ever attended. Now, I've only attended three in my life. Three that I've gone as a fan because I work as a steward as well, so I get to work at like sometimes at concerts. Um, but I'm talking about the three that I've gone to as a fan, as a paying fan myself. So for me, I've only gone to Eminem concerts, three of them. So the first one was in 11th of July, I believe, 2014 at Wembley Stadium. Then the second one, I think, was the 14th of July, 2018 at Twickenham Stadium, and then the next one was the following day, literally back to back at Twickenham again. There's some funny stories as well, which I'll go through. But so first of all, 11th of July, 2014. This was just like an amazing day. I still remember it to this day, and like there's times where I want to go back to that day because like it was just so like come on, like I'm getting to see Eminem for the first time ever, the guy that I grew up to, my favorite rapper of all time personally, someone that I've just been so inspired by over the years. And I was like, I could never imagine myself going to see Eminem, in live as like in concert. So like that day to me was just amazing. Um, yeah, so 11th of July. So I remember like waking up like proper early. Um, at first I was planning to like get nice sleep, like get nice sleep. I think like World Cup was going on around the time as well, and I'm a huge football fan, aka soccer for the American viewers, but I still call it football. But yeah, so like I was planning to get like nice sleep, like chill, and then go there at like 5 or 6 p.m. But I bought standing tickets, and then someone told me like, "Yo, if you're gonna stand, you need to leave like proper early, because like you want to be, for me personally anyway, I want to be one of the first ones, in first one of the first rows." And because no, I'm a huge Eminem fan, so I want to see him like proper close. And so I didn't know because I never been to a concert prior to that day. um and so because of that, like I either didn't sleep at all or I slept like 1 or 2 hours maximum. I can't fully remember, but I remember leaving the house, I think at 5 or 6 roughly, maybe seven latest. And then I go to Wembley. Yeah, got there and was literally there from like morning all the way to night. Now you're thinking it's July, so it's probably nice weather. It wasn't even that. It was raining in the morning at least. I can't remember what. I think in the afternoon it was still like not cold, but like the weather wasn't, like the sun wasn't out from what I remember, and it was raining in the morning. So I remember just getting a coffee, getting a sandwich, um, literally just like waiting from literally the morning, like 8 a.m. or something like that, all the way till like I think we got in at 6 roughly. And then when we got in, we still had to wait another 2 3 hours to see Eminem, because before that there were opening acts. Um, so yeah, the opening acts did their thing, and then Eminem came on, and like, bro, like the first song he performed was Bad Guy, and like, I had goosebumps because like the curtains were down, and like there's a big screen, like teasing us like he's about to come out now, and like I was shaking, like I was shaking, like you don't understand, because again it's Eminem. This is like one of my, to this day, like my one of my biggest role models of all time. Someone that, because to give context, like when around that time as well, I was going to secondary school. I think that was my second last year, if I'm not mistaken, of secondary, aka high school. And like I didn't have the best of experiences at high school. Like I had acne, I had like spots like literally all over my face. People literally used to make fun of that, and like it just like secondary, I just didn't get on with a lot of people, and teachers included. Like I just like I honestly felt like I had no friend like whatsoever. There were one or two, don't get me wrong, but as in like I just didn't, like no one, like I felt like no one can understand me. And like especially around that time I was kind of like just weaker mentally as well. And you know when you compare it to now, like obviously now I'm 21, so I can deal with that. But back then I was like, it felt like the whole school was just against me. Like, you just feel like that. Um, so yeah, and obviously Eminem went through the same when he was like younger too. So like I was listening to a lot of his music, watched 8 Mile bunch of times just to inspire me, just to like fire me up. And like every morning I'd go to school listening to him to fire me up, like just to like give me the mood of like I don't care like what anyone has to say, but I still like get offended by people, you know, because people would say literally anything. And also those times where I take because for the acne I had to take prescription that the doctors gave me, and those prescription would make my lips go like proper dry. Like it was disgusting, and like again, people would pick on that straight away. So it wasn't just about about my acne. It was about my acne is like when you have a low spots, by the way, and it wasn't just about that. It was about my lips, being overweight at the time, my running whenever we played football, like just a bunch, like just different, just literally anything, you know. Um, I'd stutter a lot when I talk, etc. You know, and so like Eminem helped me get through that, and like yeah, so like we're at the concert now, and like I'm about to see him, and like the curtains go up, and like he starts performing "Bad Guy," the last verse on "Bad Guy," and I was just shake, I couldn't believe it, you know, and like people were just pushing in. I was like, I think like the first like 4 5 rows or something like that, uh, so like people are pushing in, like, it was so funny, and like it was just crazy, you know. And then the whole concert went on, and guess what? Literally a few hours later, Dr. Dre comes out of nowhere. Dr. Dre comes out, like performed. Eminem was performing, I think, "Dead Wrong," the song he had with the late great Biggie. Um, I think he performed the his verse on that, and then like if I'm not mistaken, like he was going like, "When I say doctor, you say Dre," and then we were like, "Okay, cool, cool," and then I was like, "Alright, cool. What's this leading up to?" Like, cause like in my head, like, I'm like, Dr. Dre's not gonna be here. Like what? And then like out of nowhere, Dr. Dre like comes out of like literally just pops up. And I'm like, what the hell? Like Dr. Dre, like again, another legend. Like if it wasn't for Dr. Dre, I feel like Eminem would have still got into hip hop eventually, just because like with him, with his talents and work ethic and love for the game, he just wouldn't have been denied. There's just no way. But still, Dr. Dre gave him that opportunity. He was the first one to believe in him. Uh, Also, apart from Proof and guys like that, but I mean like someone in the industry, you know, that believed in him. When people were saying to him like, "Yo, don't sign the white boy or whatever," because at the time, you know, people were against it. And like, so yeah, like seeing Dre, and aside from that, Dre, just aside from the Eminem relationship, is Dr. Dre, you know. And then he just pops out, and then we listen, like they're performing. Forgot about Dre. They're performing. I think they performed Nothing But G Thing. Eminem did Snoop's verse. I think they performed Still Dre. So it was just so crazy, and like I was just like, what is going on right now? And then as you could tell, like, I'm just getting excited. Like, I'm just thinking about it now, and it's just some amazing days. And then and it's at Wembley as well, at Wembley Stadium. So it's just crazy, and like you know, pre pandemic days when like 80,000 people in the in the stadium. But yeah, like and then yeah, like that was it. So like that was an amazing night. He performed "Lose Yourself" as a lost song, and like it was just amazing. Mr. Porter, shout out to Mr. Porter, he was there. Um, was Skylar Grey there? She was definitely there for the Twickenham one, but I can't remember for Wembley. I don't think so for Wembley. For Wembley, it was Dr. Dre. I feel like I'm missing. I feel like there was more people there. Um, but those are the ones on top of my head. But so that was that Wembley amazing night. You know, still got amazing memories from that day. And then the next so after that, you know, years go by. The next time I see Eminem, 2018, at Twickenham, back to back, 2 days in a row. At Wembley, I could have done it too, but at the time, yeah, I just like had, you know, broke, you know, secondary school, etc. So, but at Twickenham, I got to see him back to back. You know, I was working more and more, so I had a bit more money. Um, and then yeah, so like I went to both shows. I was like, forget this, I'm gonna go to both. It's Eminem. By the way, to give context, to show you how much Eminem means to me, and like to show like how much I didn't want to miss out. I'm a huge football fan, right? 15th of July 2018 was the World Cup final, France v Croatia. I I chose to miss out on that and go to 14th of July. I already saw Eminem, like already, like I was gonna see him already. But on the 15th was the second night in a row. I could have just said, okay, cool. I've already seen him. I'ma just chill, watch the France v Croatia World Cup final, and like, but I was like, but it's Eminem, like, but it's such a huge dilemma because Eminem coming to London to perform, that's not that, like, it's not something that happens every day. A World Cup doesn't happen every day, so it's so hard for me because the World Cups happen every 4 years. But then Eminem, I never know when I'm gonna get to see him again. So it was such a huge dilemma, and I'm a huge football fan, and I'm a huge Eminem fan. But then I was like, no, I'm gonna just go to the two Eminem shows. Um, Instead, because World Cup is not like I'm there in person. Okay, it's amazing. Like, don't get me wrong, like, I don't want to downplay it. Like, it's the World Cup final, As a football fan, that's like big. But I was like, if I can see Eminem live, I'd rather do that. So then I went again. So, but firstly, the 14th of July, I go and, again, same story, queue up from mad early. This time around, the difference was the weather was much nicer. It was at Twickenham, so it was a bit different. Um, I personally prefer Wembley. Like, this thing is just beautiful, and like I've gone there many times, and like for me, that's like a dream stadium. So I prefer Wembley, but Twickenham is fine too. It's actually, I think, closer to my house. Um, so yeah, woke up mad early, went there, chilled from like morning. Again, that it wasn't actually just warm; it was hot. I remember the first day, especially. I remember getting sunburned. Like, it was crazy. Like, the weather was next level. Um, and yeah, so I waited, and then we got in again. I had to sprint, run as fast as you can, get to the front rows. Um, and then yeah, so opening acts were crazy that night. So Two Chains, he was there. So that was mad. I'm a huge Two Chains fan. Royce the 5'9" was an opening act. That's crazy to me. Like, Royce the 5'9", that's someone else that I love and listen to so much. And just someone as a human being I look at as for a lot of inspiration. She has a lot of like knowledge. If you're someone that wants to learn just that wants to stay woke, go listen to his interviews. Like, highly recommend it. Um, and just, yeah, go listen to the Allegory album. Crazy, a lot of info given in that piece of work. And I could do like an album review just on that album. But yeah, so like so Royce the 5'9" is an opening act, and the Two Chains was an opening act. Um, and yeah, so that was crazy. Um, so yeah, they go through their songs, amazing sets. Um, yeah, Boogie, that's another one. Boogie was another opening act as well. I feel like Two Chains did just one of, if I'm not mistaken, Two Chains did one day, or Boogie did one day. One of the guys did one day, if I'm not mistaken though. Um, but either way, that was just a mad show. Um, and yeah, they performed, and again Eminem came out. Eventually, obviously, the main act performs the songs. This time, the first song that he performed was Medicine Man. His verse on that, just in general, one of my favorite verses of all time. That's like such an underrated verse. I don't know how people have slept on that, or at least from me, what I see anyway. I don't see that verse talked about a lot. That's like, he snaps on that verse. Like, it's Medicine Man on Dr. Dre's Compton album. Again, go listen to that. Do yourselves a favor. Just listen. Like, the cadence, the wordplay, the everything. It's like the timing. Everything's on point. I remember like first listening to it. But anyway, like, yeah, again, so that was the first song he performed. And then yeah, so this time he got 50 Cent to come out, Skylar Grey came out, um Two Chains came out to perform Chloroseptic, his Chloroseptic verse, the remix. Who else? Royce came out, I think, to perform Lighters. So it's crazy, really good, great night there. Again, Mr. Porter, the legend, another like unsung hero. That's another guy that has earned a lot of credit. Much love to Mr. Porter. But yeah, it was just an amazing show. Like, the whole from start to bomb. I honestly, like, I'm not even just saying this. I'm not biased at all. You need to just go and see Eminem live. Like, if you haven't yet, you're missing out. Like, just the shows he puts on, the concerts. And I've not gone to any like other hip hop concerts, like, at least as a fan. Like, I've been to concerts for work as a steward. I've actually gotten to see two. I've gone to see Stewart. I've gone to see Two Chains perform at a festival as well. As well as at a shift of mine. Like, I remember, like, I had break time, and then I went to go and see his set. So that was actually no, it wasn't even break time. I remember just walking off. I think if I'm not mistaken, I just went out because I remember checking the time that he was roughly gonna be on, and then I just went to go and find his set. Like it was it was at Gonnesby Park, so like I had to. It was a mad long walk. And like the supervisors walking around of the company I work at, and like I can easily get caught, but I don't know how managed to find my way, and I think I saw Chance the Rapper as well, and just yeah, different artists again. But yeah, it's crazy, like Eminem, bro. Like honestly, everyone needs to go and see him. Like, you just have to, and that's like to me personally, the greatest of all time. Um, I know there's Tupac, rest in peace. I know there's Biggie, rest in peace. I know there's Jay-Z. I know there's many amazing, 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 amazing rappers out there. But I'm just talking, just for me personally. Uh, when you think of lyricism, when you think of wordplay, when you think of cadence, when you think of the content in the songs, when you think of the message, when you think of um and also as yeah, there is also the fact that he's just inspired me on a personal level a lot. Like to me, that's like the greatest rapper of all time. And also when you consider how long he's been doing it for, Jay Z as well. Shout out to Jay Z. It's like you can't deny that, and I don't care what anyone has to say. To me, he is up there. Like if he's not one of your greatest of, if he's not your favorite, he has to at least be up there, in my opinion. So yeah. But anyway, guys, those are some of my experiences. Actually, no. Before I end it, I want to talk about the following day because this is funny. Um, so so the show ends at like 10:30, 11 p.m. roughly, and then again I got the ticket to go for the next day, and I'm not sitting, I'm standing. So imagine I've been standing the whole like concert. I've been standing the whole day. It's hot, and like so yeah. So I get home by like 2 because it's my it was really terrible traffic, obviously. And then yeah, so I got home really late, like 2 3 a.m. So I got home at like 2 3 a.m. I fell asleep straight away. I didn't shower enough. I just fell asleep. I know it's disgusting, but that's just what happened. I fell asleep straight away, and then literally again I have to wake up 5 6 a.m. So like 2 hours of sleep. My legs are dead. I've been standing the whole day. I'm sunburned. I've not eaten much. Like so like I wake up, shower, and like leave. I just leave, and then I'm there again. I'm like in the queue, and I don't know how. I remember. I think I drank a lot of like energy drinks that day, like Red Bull, just to keep me awake. A lot of coffee, even though it was a hot day. I was just trying to get caffeine in, and then just for the waiting time. Obviously, when we got in, I didn't need any caffeine. Like if I'm gonna see Eminem, I'm gonna be awake. Don't worry. And so yeah, my legs were just gone. Like I was like literally 2 hours sleep. My legs were gone. It was crazy, and like but for me, it was worth it because I got to see Eminem 2 days in a row. I remember like, because when we got in, when we go in, we had to wait still. Even for the opening acts, we had to wait like an hour and a half or something like that. And like someone was streaming the France v Croatia World Cup final game, and I remember just watching it on the screen. And yeah, that's like I got to see some of the goals like that, but didn't watch the whole game. Um, but it was just I wouldn't change it for anything. Like those are some of my greatest nights, seeing Eminem 3 times, that's like a blessing. And hopefully, man, with the pandemic hopefully ending soon, I really hope so, I can go and hopefully see him perform again live. So we'll look forward to that. But anyway, guys, I'm ending the episode here. I hope you have an amazing day. Take care of yourselves. Hopefully the pandemic ends soon so you can all have the blessing of going to see Eminem live. But we'll see, hopefully that's soon. Hopefully in 2021. But anyway, guys, I'm ending the episode. Hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye.